Welcome to another HUGH Media broadcast, bringing you the news that the mainstream media will not bring you. Now, today we're going to be talking about chemtrails, and I've been asked to do this video because a lot of people are confused to actually what chemtrails are. Okay, now there's a difference between chemtrails and contrails, right? And let me just show you a picture that I took this morning. There's a picture of me with the chemtrails behind me. Okay, now I took another couple of pictures of the sky, which are absolutely littered. With chemtrails. Absolutely unbelievable. Okay, the people are thinking, why should I be worried about chemtrails? Okay, the reason why I should be worried about chemtrails is because they are here in Belfast. It's not something that's confined to America or Europe. They're happening here in Belfast. They're absolutely bombarding us and littering the skies with this crap. Okay, now these are the culprits. Airplanes. Now, there's a difference between contrails and chemtrails. Contrails are just normal condensation trails, and when they leave the back of the airplane, they freeze in the atmosphere and they stay for 5 to 10 minutes and then they dissipate. Okay, these are trails, which are totally different kettle of fish. Okay, these stay in the skies for hours. Okay, they get wider and wider until they completely cover the sky, like the picture I took this morning. Okay, and again I'll just bring you back to the picture just so you know I'm not talking crap. Okay, these are in the sky. Every single day I look in the sky, you see them. On a cloudy day, they're still there. They're just higher up in the atmosphere. Now, these chemtrails that they're spraying on us, okay, I'll tell you the reasons why they're spraying them, but I'll tell you what's in them first. There's a whole host of toxins. Two come to mind, okay? Barium, which is a form of rat poison, okay, and aluminum, right? And the aluminum are little nanoparticles, okay, that you can't see, but they come back down to through Earth's atmosphere, back down onto the ground, on top of you, me, and your children, okay? Highly, highly toxic. Now, if you have one of these, okay, which we all have, okay, and they have asthma. The reason why they have asthma is because they've been spraying this filth in the atmosphere for decades now, since the 60s. Okay, but they're really up in the antes now. And the reason why they're spraying the chemicals, they tell you in the mainstream media, it's to prevent global warming. There is no such thing as global warming. Okay, these guys are responsible for spraying this muck in the atmosphere. Okay, now not just them two, they can't take the credit all on by themselves. There's a lot of other European governments and stately governments in America that are spraying this crap into the atmosphere, and the reason why they're doing it is it's called geoengineering. Okay, it's weather modification, and they come under the guise of this electric pylons, okay, and it's called HARP, right? High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, okay, and what it's designed to do, it's designed to change the weather. Now, they've done it in Africa decades ago, and that's why Africa has the drought that it's had for the past 4 decades, okay, and the reason why they've done it was to destabilise the country, starve the people basically, to weaken their defences so they could get in there and get the diamonds and the gold and all the other natural minerals that's on offer in Africa. They're doing the same in the Middle East now, right? Now, I'll just go back to these, okay? The HARP, there's about 24 of these stations worldwide, ranging from China to Russia to Norway to England and America. And each one of these pylons can distribute up to 1,000 volts. Now, they all center on one pillar, which looks a little bit like, just bear with me here, this, okay? It centralizes on one central pillar, and it sends a million volts up into the atmosphere, which changes the ionosphere, and the cold air rushes in to compensate this little void, and it pulls the jet stream up, and in hand changes the weather around the world. Now, they can pinpoint earthquakes to any area in the world that they want to. It's no problem to them whatsoever. They've done the floods in England there last month. These guys are responsible for changing the weather. So again, you're thinking, why should I be worried? Well, you should be very, very worried, okay? Because these chemicals are coming back down on top of us. They're going into our water supplies. You're drinking this stuff, okay? It's going into the animals that we consume, the cows, the pigs, the chickens. You're eating it. They're consuming it. You're eating it. You're breathing it, okay? It's getting absorbed into the vegetables that's produced in this country, the local produce. You're eating it. You're drinking it. You're eating it and you're breathing it, okay? Now there's a whole host of diseases that can come from this. Women can miscarry, pregnant women can miscarry, okay? Which is very, very unfortunate for them, okay? Your kids are getting ADHD, autism, Asperger's, learning difficulties, okay? The older people are getting early onslaughts of Alzheimer's and schizophrenia and dementia, okay? And then there's the other side effects. There's bowel problems, people are getting constipated, headaches, depression, the feeling of no worth, okay? And this is what the governments are spraying on top of us. This is what the governments are doing. And everybody's just sitting back and accepting it. And that's why I'm putting this out. I was asked to do this video to try and educate the people. I've been posting pictures on Facebook and people are just flicking past them thinking, they're just putting on stuff about chemtrails. I don't know what they are. I don't need to worry because I live in Ireland and I'm okay. I live in Belfast, I'm okay. Well, you're not okay. All you have to do is take a look up into the sky and you'll see exactly what your governments are doing, okay? The ones responsible for this don't care about you. All they care about is economic gain, okay? They're trying to kill off nations. They're trying to kill off people, right? It's a depopulation program. And for anybody that can't get that, well, I'm sorry, I can't help you anymore, okay? You have to start waking up and doing the research for yourself. Forget about Jeremy Kyle and EastEnders for 10 minutes. Go on to Google chemtrails, okay? Read up a little bit about it, educate yourself, and then Google HARP, okay? Because the two of them are working in tandem, okay? It's a modification of the weather. It's a weather modification program, and they're using it for weather warfare. Okay, now I mentioned the countries that have these: Russia, China, England and America, and a few other countries, but they're the main ones. And they're using it to send weather systems towards each other. For example, Fukushima in 2011, that tsunami that hit the nuclear plant was orchestrated. It was orchestrated by the Americans. The Americans orchestrated the floods in England last month because they wanted to destabilise the UK economy, because America and UK had words over whatever little arguments that they have, okay? And America thought, well, you know, we're going to send over a couple of little floods there and cost us a few £1 billion, and it destabilises our economy. This is what's happening in the world. They've done it to Africa. They're doing it to the Middle East now, okay? Do you know all this trouble in Ukraine? And the other day there was a 4.6 earthquake in Ukraine, right in where all the trouble's happening now at the minute, okay? Coincidence? Don't think so, okay? It's called weather warfare and it's happening, guys. You need to really wake up to this. I hope at least 2 or 3 people that watch this video actually take heed to what's happening. Now, my next broadcast is going to be tomorrow. We're going to be talking about another variety. I don't even know yet. I have to get my head around what's happening here today. I'm disgusted with the chemtrails that they're spraying in the skies today. They've really let us have it today. If anybody, any of you are out and about today, take a wee look up in the skies and you'll see how bad it really, really is, guys, okay? Well, listen, thanks for listening to the news report anyway, and I'll get straight back to you and keep you updated as usual. Have a nice day, keep safe, and keep well.